Hello everyone. Today let's start new topic of history. Chapter 4 in the earliest cities. In this chapter we will get to know about the culture and civilization of the ancient cities. So we will start with the renowned Harappa city. Very often old buildings have a story to tell. Nearly 1.5 century ago, engineers found the site of Harappa while laying down railway tracks in Punjab, which is in present Pakistan. They saw and thought that it's like a mound of ready-made high-quality bricks. Some buildings were totally destroyed and some walls of buildings were fallen down, and they used those bricks from old buildings for construction of railway tracks. Then, after a long period of 80 years with a lot of research, archaeologists found that Harappa was one of the oldest cities in the subcontinent. As this was first city to get discovered, other places where similar old buildings were found was known as Harappan. According to researchers done by archaeologists, these cities were developed nearly 4,700 years ago. This map shows us the boundary and expansion of Indus Valley civilization, which is also known as Harappan civilization. It is called as Indus civilization because it is situated beside Indus River. We can see this civilization was mainly spread in present Pakistan. Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Lothal, Mehrgarh were the main sites where they found old buildings and its remains. There were some of the specialities about these cities which were unique to this civilization. Many cities were generally divided into two or more parts. Part of city which is in west direction was generally smaller and higher. Special buildings of city used to be built in this part of city. Archaeologists call this part as a citadel. Part of city which is in east direction were larger but lower and it's called as lower town. Walls of these buildings were built using baked bricks. These bricks were so well baked that these bricks lasted for thousands of years. Bricks were laid in interlocking pattern. That's why these walls were very strong and some of them are intact after thousands of years. As told before, special buildings were built in Citadel. In Mohenjo-daro, a special tank known as the Great Bath was built in this citadel. These are some of the special features of this Great Bath. This was lined with bricks coated with plaster and made watertight with a layer of natural tar. There were steps leading down to it from two sides, while there were rooms on all sides. Water was probably brought in from well and drained out after use. Perhaps important people took a dip in this tank on a special occasion. Other cities such as Kalibangan and Lothal had fire altars where sacrifices were, may have been performed. And some cities like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa and Lothal had elaborate storehouses. These cities were found in Punjab and Sindh in Pakistan and in Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab in India. Archaeologists have found a set of unique objects in almost all these cities. Red pottery painted with designs in black, stone weights, seals, special beads, copper tools, and parallel-sided long stone blades. Now we will see how was the construction of houses, drains, and streets in the earlier cities. Houses in these cities were not multi-story. Generally, there were one or two-story houses, and some rooms were built around a courtyard. Bathing areas were built separately from houses and had a facility of water directly from wells. Sewage and drainage system in these cities were very well planned and advanced than any other contemporary urban cities in the Middle East. All the drains in the city were closed and had a negligible slope so that water can flow through it. There were inspection holes in drains at regular intervals to clean them. All the small drains from houses were connected to the bigger drain. Archaeologists think that drains, houses, and streets were built at the same time by observing the planning of the construction. This picture depicts the houses, streets, and drains of the Harappa city, which was highly planned construction. Let's talk about the life in this city. This Harappa city seems to be a busy place. Probably the rulers of these cities have planned the construction of special buildings in the city. Rulers may have sent people to other regions and countries to collect metal, stones, and other things for construction of the city, and may have kept valuable things like gold and silver ornaments for themselves or for their families. There used to be people who were called as scribes. They knew how to write and read. Their work was to prepare seal and writing on other materials. Also, there were people called as craftspersons. As the name suggests, they were the people who used to make beautiful and creative things in their homes or in a workshop. Some toys were also found in the city, which were made up of terracotta, so the children must be playing with these toys in that period. These are some of the arts and crafts made by craftspersons. We can see a seal with a bull carved on a stone in the first picture. In the second picture, we can see some ornaments made from various things. Now, new crafts in the city. We can guess from the things found in these old cities that the people were creative and very talented in various arts. Most of the things that have been found in archaeologists are made of stone, shell, and metal, including copper, bronze, gold, and silver. Copper and bronze were used to make tools, weapons, ornaments, and vessels. Gold and silver were used to make ornaments and vessels. The Harappans also made seals out of stone. These are generally rectangular, usually have an animal carved on them. The Harappans also made pots with beautiful black designs. Cotton was probably grown at Mergra from about 7,000 years ago. Actual pieces of cloth were found attached to the lid of silver vase and some copper objects and at Mohenjo-daro. Archaeologists have also found spindle wheels made of terracotta and faience. These were used to spin thread. Many of the things that were produced were probably the work of specialists. A specialist is a person who is specially trained to do only one kind of work, for example, cutting stone or polishing beads or carving seals. These are very famous art statues found in Harappa city, which are created in stone. First one is bull statue and second one is Christ King statue, which was found in Mohenjo-daro city and now it's kept in National Museum of Karachi, Pakistan. So let's see. Now what is faience? So this is a ceramic material produced artificially unlike the stone and wood. A gum was used to shape sand or quartz into the desired object. After glazing of the object, its look shiny and glassy. People in those times used to make ornaments like beads, bangles, earrings, and tiny vessels like plates, bowls, and glasses, etc. In search of raw materials. We know that to make any product, we need a raw material. The raw material is processed to get finished final product. These raw materials are found in nature like wood, metals, soil, animal, and food which is produced by farmers in farms. Cotton produced by farmers was used to make clothes. Some raw materials were available locally, and some metals like copper, tin, gold, silver were brought from distant places. They may have brought copper from present Rajasthan and from Oman. Tin, which is an alloy of copper and bronze, was brought from present Afghanistan. Gold was brought from Karnataka and other precious stones were brought from Gujarat, Iran and Afghanistan. So let's see the food habits of people in these cities. Farmers living in villages used to grow crops and provide food to other professionals in the city. They may have grown crops like wheat, barley, pulses, pease, rice, sesame, linseed, and mustard. They have invented a new instrument called plow to dig soil and plant seeds. We knew this from the children's toys found in the city. Irrigation systems were developed as the rainfall was irregular in these regions. In this irrigation system, water was stored and supplied to farmers when the crops were growing. In these pictures, we can see that farmers used to use animals in farm work. So they used to rear cattle Goats and buffaloes were reared to get milk from them. In summer season, these animals were taken to long distances in search of grass and water. They also used to catch fish and collect fruit for eating. Now let's take a closer look at Harappan towns in Gujarat. The city of Dholavira was located on Kadir Belt, also spelled as Bet, in the Rann of Kutch, where there was fresh water and fertile soil. Unlike some of the other Harappan cities, which were divided into two parts, Dholavira was divided into three parts, and each part was surrounded with massive stone walls, with entrances through gateways. There was also a large open area in the settlement where public ceremonies could be held. Other finds include large letters of Harappan script that were carved out of wild stone and perhaps inlaid in wood. This is unique find as generally Harappan writings has been found on smaller objects such as seals. The city of Lothal stood beside a tributary of Sabarmati in Gujarat, close to the Gulf of Khambat. It was situated near areas where raw materials such as semi-precious stones were easily available. This was an important center for making objects out of stone, shell, and metal. There was also a storehouse in the city. Many seals and sealings were found in this storehouse. Sealing means the impression of seals on a clay. A building that was found here was probably a workshop for making beads. Pieces of stone, half made beads, tools for bead making, and finished beads have all been found here. So, what is meant by seal? Seal is a device or a substance that is used to join two things together so as to prevent them from coming apart or to prevent anything from passing through the closed bag or box. Seals must have been used to pack bags or packets which were sent to other places. For sealing. For sealing, the bag was closed and tied, and a layer of wet soil was applied and seal was pressed on it. If the sealing is intact, we can say that object is arrived safely. After studying all these things about these cities, now the question is how these cities and civilizations ended up. Some experts believe that this happened because of climate change. Around 3900 years ago, the major changes happened in these cities. People left these cities and went for other villages or cities. In Mohenjo-daro, we find that garbage was piled up on streets, drainage system broken down, less impressive buildings were constructed. Some experts say that this could have been happened because of drying up of rivers and deforestation. Lack of fuels for baking bricks and smelting copper can also be a reason for this. Grazing of cattle might be reason for destruction of green cover. Flood can also be a reason for that, but that might not be a cause for end of the cities as the river floods may affect only some regions. It can't affect the whole Harappa civilization. Rulers of the cities might have lost control over the people, and people living in Sindh and West Punjab, presently in Pakistan, moved to eastern and southern parts. So basically, there is no known definite reason for end of this civilization. Many other new cities were established in later centuries. Thank you.